Hi, welcome back to Across the Globe. My name's Stephanie.
I'm Allison.
And this is a channel about cross stitch. And today we're talking about how to use pre-gridded and gridded Aida. And you might think, oh, that's so easy. Like, of course, and I'll tell you, I have made mistakes. And also, this is our second take making this video. And we almost never have to do that because I actually got off on a tangent where I confused myself and I was like, can we please start over? So, even though it sounds so stupid, it is good just to get your mind around it before you dive into your first project, or you might do something like I did where I had to rip out my grid, or you might have to restart, and that's not fun. Okay, so we have 3 kinds of videos on our channel. This is a Flosstube University where we talk about a topic that's a tutorial or explainer for beginner stitchers. We also have Flosstube episodes, which are where we go over our personal stitching. So if you're like, oh, that project Allison is holding up is so intriguing and you want to hear about it, you can find those on Flosstube. And the next one will come out on Monday. And then those come out every other Monday, and in between are Flosstube extras where we pick a topic we don't normally have time for in those videos and we break it out. We are about to record our most expensive cross stitch patterns for 2025 video, which is like my favorite thing to record every year is our most expensive patterns video. So if
just finished, last year was so shocking. We haven't recorded it yet. You've seen it. We haven't done it. I'm really, I don't know if I'll be like extra shocked or less shocked because of last year.
I think you'll be less shocked, but I think now that you know more about the market, you'll be like, you'll know what the details are more. You'll be like more intrigued, if that makes sense. And if you don't know what cross stitch patterns can get up to, definitely go check that video out and subscribe to our channel because we are also going to do kits and we're going to do books. All right, so how to use gridded Aida and how to use pre-gridded Aida. What's the difference? Well, we came up, our last one was about should you use pre-gridded or gridded Aida?
So pre-gridded, it's printed on the material. It comes like that.
And there are apparently a couple other styles people talked about. There's one that somebody makes where you like pull the...
I heard that.
But the most common is an easy count. And I think different companies make it. We have only used the Zweigart. The Zweigart looks like this. It comes in a bunch of different counts. It comes in 14, 16, 18 count Aida. I'm not sure about 20 count. It might. It comes in 25 count, 28 count, and 32 count Lugana. Some people in the comments did mention like, oh, they like to grid themselves because they'll do it on different count fabric, or they will do something that's not full coverage, so the fabric's going to show. Mostly when you're talking about gridded and pre-gridded, you're mostly talking about the world of full coverage cross stitch where the fabric isn't going to show and you can kind of count around more. And then the lines for that will go away when she cleans it in boiling water.
Well, I'm actually not going to.
Oh, because you're worried about the floss?
I'm worried about the floss. It's very old
You
floss.
can also always test the floss.
Well, it actually, different video, but it said to wash it before you start, and I was like, nope.
And then gridded Aida is where you grid it yourself. And we are going to make a video on how to grid Aida. There's a bunch of different methods. Allison and I both now far prefer to use the pre-gridded, but there are situations where this makes more sense. And so we will do a video next week on how to grid it, but we're not gridding the whole thing. We'll grid like a couple of things and you can keep going. But Allison's done this a dozen times. She spent...
Yeah. It takes a very long time to do this.
But if this is what you're doing, let's say you got all of this done.
Yeah. All
right, let's do the gridded yourself Aida first, because and you could do this with Lugana too, or anything. But the fabric you grade yourself, let's do that first because that's a little bit easier to wrap your mind around. Although I still did mess it up my first time and explained it wrong in the last video.
Okay, so there's your grid. So you see, once I grid it myself, there's 10 and 10 all in the little box. And that's how you'll count it. And with gridding ones that you did yourself, it's a little bit easier than following a line because the lines, at the pre-gridded one, the line disappears.
So what's different for the most part when you do it with thread is you can pull the thread out after the thread goes through the holes. Some people, and I have also gridded with a water-soluble pen or a heat reversible, like removable pen, and I'll link to that below. And some people draw on the lines. I just dotted the corner grid holes. But so it depends on the method that you're doing in terms of your grid, but for the most part.
This one's particular, this is just a thicker purple thread. And so I'll clip all these and pull it out with tweezers. It's the most pain in the ass. But if if that's your preference, that's your preference. And what else about this?
So when you're doing that, the box on the left is number 1.
Right.
And the box on the right comes after number 10.
Yes. So that's this is the first column. And then inside the line, that's the last column.
Wait. I think it was reversed because
was it?
So this is the first column.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just reverse it.
Okay.
This is the first column, and that is the last column.
Right.
So that is number 1, and that is number 10.
Yeah.
That is number 1, and that is number 10. When you are counting it. That is for pre-grids where you have gone through the holes. If you have marked the actual line, then it's going to act more like the pre-gridded one. And this is one where it is very easy to make a mistake. And I've made mistakes on both kinds.
Yeah.
I've made mistakes on both.
We do. Everybody does. It's fine.
So for this kind, Zweigart recommends, so the main difference when it goes through the fabric versus when you actually, when the line goes through the holes versus the line is a colored line on the fabric, is that now you're actually going to be stitching over these, right? Whereas Allison's stitching goes up next to it, but not over it.
Yeah.
So now it's even more important.
The thread.
Right. So now it's more important. Now, Zweigart says to count the colored one as number 10. So in this box right here, the first non-colored one. So this is 10 from the previous box. You move over to one that's white, and that's number 1. And then over here is number 10. And that's what so that every time you know. And it's really easy to, if you don't decide.
Oh gosh.
What?
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
If you get off.
So you got to know when you go in, am I going to have that color line be number 1 or number 10? I've gone back and forth. And what I've settled on is just, I'm going to have it be number 10 because that's what Zweigart says. And that will just be easier for my brain to remember. But I do have projects where I did the whole project as that line is number 1. And it doesn't matter. It acts the same. You just have to know what you're doing and be consistent and not change it. But it won't
Which we're already pretty good at making sure our X's cross the same way. So we know if we.
Oh, you mean cross stitchers are good?
Yeah, we can do it.
I would never cross my X the other way. That would feel like
exactly. we pick a thing and we go with it.
That would feel so crazy. Although in your first one, I think I definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I did.
But okay, so just Zweigart says it's 10. They're not the only people that make easy. I think their brand is Easy Count, but they're not the only people that make gridded fabric. But I'm just gonna go with I just have started going with them because it's easier. Because what happens is if you just pick up a project, you do it from the beginning to end, doesn't matter. But if you have different projects that are different and you don't have an internal rule that you always follow, then the next time you pick that piece up, you might have forgotten. Yeah. If you carry multiple whips.
I just think of it like an X and Y axis, and like on a chart, you wouldn't start your chart on the line. You would start it inside the line.
Yeah, that would be 0.
Yeah,
the first line
would be 0. Yeah.
Whereas I think of it as, I was thinking of it like a race, and that's the
starting line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
you could do either. Yeah.
I've just decided I'm doing 10 because I have to pick a rule for myself, and if I don't, I will flip flop around, and then my project will get messed up.
Yeah. One way is the best way.
So you can say, okay, well they say 10, I'll do 10, or you can say my brain prefers 1, but don't switch. Like decide for yourself, and then don't switch it up.
Yeah.
And let us know in the comments if you use.
Yeah. The other thing about the pre-gridded versus the gridded though is the first time I used pre-gridded after doing this method for so long, I got really nervous because I always use the lines as like reference, like count down 5 here, 4 here, and now I have to go all the way over and be like, okay, what box am I in?
Yeah, because you can't see them anymore.
It's a little more challenging.
So it's way better to set it up. It is a little more challenging.
Way less time
to set it up, but it is more challenging.
It has different challenges.
They're not a one-to-one experience.
Right.
That's why we did in that video. We did we didn't even mention that.
Yeah.
In that video is like it's like the more we think about it, the more there are pluses and minuses of both options. Mm-hmm. But I still prefer the kind that lets me start my project without spending a day or two gridding.
Me too.
And some people grid as they go. Actually.
Also, not only are you spend the time. You haven't done this way very many times. Not only are you spending the upfront time to grid it, you know how long. Yeah, you know how long it takes to get it out. And if you accidentally pierced the thread, it's like impossible to wiggle that thread out.
And also, like, sucks. If you're gridding yourself with a marker, you're not getting the benefit of any of the benefits of that.
You're keeping it
because you're still losing the grid as you go.
Yeah.
And I've made mistakes on every kind of fabric that you can make a mistake on. I thought this would be the shortest video we've ever made, and of course it's like not.
Two takes
twice
as long,
and it's still not okay. So Zweigart says have it be 10 if you're doing pre-gridded, and I would also adopt that rule for yourself if you're marking the thread and not the holes. If you're doing something where you're going through the holes to count it, then you're good.
Just stay in the box.
Stay in the box.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Are we good?
If editing Stephanie pops in here right now, it's because we thought of something.
We forgot.
Is she coming?
I don't know.
I hate being editing Stephanie because I do my makeup for recording days, but I do not make my makeup for editing days. I look like a troll when I have to do that. Okay. All right. Well.
That's how you know it's real and that we care.
If you made it to this point in the video, leave a chart emoji.
Yeah.
That is will be our secret language that you made it to the end. If you're not subscribed and you're a beginner and you're like, patterns can be expensive. What's this kit? Like, please subscribe and come to the other, like, the world of cross stitch on YouTube is so big, and the world of cross stitch is so big compared to like these beginner tutorial. Like, come in, be our friend, like forever, like just come in because it's really fun and the community is really big and vibrant, and
there's something for everyone.
There's so many topics beyond beginner topics, but also if you mess this up, then you might get frustrated and not keep going. So you got to learn this too. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.